Right, welcome everybody back to Ghostfire. You guys left off last time we played talking about going to the plane of Innistrad to collect some powerful items that Nichek was after.
Oops.
Best in class. Best in class.
Yeah, so you guys each took care of some final business. Nichek, you went and talked to Jace. Runner, you talked to Lazov. Una, you talked to the Blood Witches. Blackwell, you got your last favor from Niv Mizzet. And Avril, you went and talked to Domri, where you stayed and partied, I believe.
Yeah.
So it is the next morning. You guys complete your long rest if you haven't done that already on your characters. Yeah, most of you guys.
Let's go with them
ended up back to
subs.
the guild hall. I'm not sure where you went, Nichek, but I know everybody else kind of met up at the guild hall.
We were drinking and having a good time.
That's right. You guys met up at the bar. That's right.
That's the last part where we left off. We were at the bar celebrating our win and being kind of happy that we had a direction.
Yeah, I think I had just gotten there, like, right at the end of the session.
That's right. I remember now. You guys did all of you guys met up at the tavern.
Which, I don't know how long you guys were drinking for, but long enough for me to go all the way out to the Gruel encampment, party our fucking faces off, and then come back.
Probably drinking long enough for Una and Brecken to get sloshed. And Brecken was already drinking well before Una.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we were doing pixie keg stands.
Hell
That's
yeah.
right.
Yep. So, yeah, you guys, where do you guys crash out at after the hangout? Does all go back to the Ghostfire, or?
Yeah,
Probably.
That's the only other place I go, other than out to the camp, and I'm not going all the way back out there again.
Definitely.
Not gonna make it back to the guild to go to sleep, so she's probably just going with everybody else.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely shutting down the pub and then headed to the Ghostfire dorms to pass out.
Right. So the next morning, you guys wake up, wherever you may find yourselves after that drinking escapade of the night before. What do you guys do?
Oh, I forgot. I have a mysterious onyx dagger. Can anyone take a look at that?
It's pretty metal.
It's a dagger.
Just from the trials, I stole it. I took it after we did that one gate.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I can check out for you. I'm a little hungover.
I didn't drink, and I have identify for free, so I can do it.
All right.
That sounds way better.
Una would probably brought that up while at the bar, not like the next day.
And as you pass it over to Runner, and then Blackwell's like, "I got it." You pass it. You go to pass it over to Blackwell. You can clearly see the Demir insignia, that little like spider-looking icon. It is definitely engraved into the hilt of this dagger. You pass it on. Can't really see anything beyond that. But as you cast Identify on the dagger, Blackwell, it doesn't appear to have any kind of magical properties. It's a really nice dagger. Yeah, it's just this uniquely carved dagger for the Demir. Yep.
Be careful with that. That could get you in trouble if somebody caught you with that.
You want it? Because I ain't going to use it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. I hand over the dagger.
All right.
Tuck that away somewhere out of sight.
I have plans for that, but I'm not going to use them. Out of
We
here.
could remove the symbol.
Well,
It's not like they're tracking the knife or anything. We just take the symbol off. It's like taking off the serial number or something.
I was thinking of maybe placing it in a place of causing some mischief at one point. Maybe.
Oh.
I don't know. Like, okay, I'm going to be straight up. One of the Blood Witches may be trying to get one of those bookie things. And I may have to help.
Should have burned them.
Man, that's not going to go well for her.
No, but I kind of sort of agreed to help with the block party, but don't tell anyone.
That's fine. We should be gone by the time that happens, right?
Drunk Una has loose lips. Well, don't tell anyone.
Well, you know what? I say we just wash our hands of the whole thing and get out of here.
Okay, that's a plan too.
So, Innistrad? Do we want to look up some information? Does anyone want to buy some supplies? Like, how do you prepare to planeswalk?
Mm.
Well, I do know that I kind of need to find somebody. So I don't want to wait too long.
Well, does anybody need maybe some supplies? Do we know anything about where we're going? Is it swamp, desert?
You know what? I'm
Frozen
gonna pull
world?
a page from school. Why don't we even look up where we're going first? I know Nietzsche's from there, but come on.
We did a bunch of basic basic research, but weren't able to find out anything.
Una's done
in depth.
none.
How prevalent are people? Is it something where we're going to find supplies that we can purchase over there? Do they use the same currency?
These are all great questions. But alas, you're not talking to anyone currently.
Oh, you know what? Jace. Remember when we first met Jace? He told us that he had just come from Innistrad. Why don't we just ask him?
Well, yeah, let's ask Jace.
Can I meet with which of the guilds has like the holy soldiers?
Well, you have Orzhov, which is the church organization, but you know that they're a little corrupt.
Yeah.
You know, there's like holiness of sorts in the Selesnya Guild. Boros has the like angels and stuff that are like the militant.
Boros was who I was looking for. I'd like to meet up with whoever I can in Boros. Just go to like a front desk or something and ask like if I can buy holy water from them.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. That'll take a little bit of time. What about everybody else? What, do you tell everyone where you're going?
I would definitely just be out loud because I already was very against going to Innistrad.
Okay.
I'm not telling anybody.
Yeah, you were very clear when I was like, "So what are we going for? How did you learn about this?" You're like, "A book." Like, okay, well, what book? You're like, there was a book.
That book.
Pages.
All right. So you're headed off to Boros, Blackwell. What do the rest of you guys do in the meantime?
I'm thinking I'm probably gonna sell these gloves that I got and buy a couple more potions. How much were the greater healing potions again?
Greater healing potions.
Una would also like to go shopping for potions as well.
Potions of greater healing are 100 gold apiece.
Dope. I would like to sell these gloves of missile snaring and try and do a persuasion check to get as much as I can for them, and then try and buy some potions, and try and do another persuasion check to try and get a better price.
Okay.
Unless it's all at the same spot, then obviously I just have to do the work, but it's up to you.
All right. Let's see here.
Well, neat check. Looks like Una's taken off with Avril and Blackwell took off. You can go see if we can find Jace and then maybe go buy rations. We probably need food.
Oh yeah, that might be. We should at least find out if there's like like a bed and breakfast or something.
Yeah, something. I at least need some more rope just in case. You never know.
Yeah, always need more rope.
Rope is like the most useful thing ever.
All right. So, guys. All right. So you Blackwell, you're making your way to Boros. Avril, you and you guys go get some potions.
Una's gonna haggle for some potions.
All right. I'm gonna allow one persuasion check for this shop owner.
Okay. Can I do distort value on it?
You can do that, yes.
Ah, yes. All right. Let's see here. Is that gonna be persuasion roll? Sorry, my headphones cut out. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All
Yep. And it is persuasion, right, for that roll? Just making sure.
Taking a look here. What's your spell save DC? I think it just goes off your spell save DC.
Oh, it's 15.
15. Okay, so take a look here. There we go.
I would never want to be a shop owner in D&D world.
Just one of 1,000 customers come in here and put a spell on you and fuck your whole day.
Yeah, you're just
That's
like,
why you
man,
gotta
I'm
be
doing
one
so
of the-
good. Oh, shit.
That's why you gotta be one of the shop owners that can get one over on the people.
You just have distort value on all your stuff already, so if somebody comes in and does distort value on it, it just puts it back, so just you get profit back anyways. Like,
Or you have to take into account, you just mark everything so high up that even with distort value, you're still making a profit. That would be how our world would handle it.
75% markup on everything.
All right. So as you guys enter the store, you start to haggle your deals and cast some spells. Unfortunately, the persuasion check doesn't. You're not convincing enough to the shop owner to give you more. He's pretty hard on his price, but the spell does work, giving you a 10% boost in the value of your gloves. So he give you 2,640 gold for those gloves.
Oh, damn. They're only a uncommon item.
Gloves and missile snaring, is that what you said?
Yeah. They're wondrous, but they're still just an uncommon item. I only bought them for like 500.
Did you really want to do looking at the wrong thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it, but I'm pretty sure that's not that you're looking at the wrong glove.
Yeah. Gloves of missile snaring. Okay, let me redo my math here.
Live. We're live. We do math.
They're 440 gold for the gloves.
Okay.
That sounds more realistic.
Yeah, I was gonna go. Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Oof, that's
No,
too
I was
much for
about to
even
say, like,
Otis
that is-
one.
I was gonna say, that's an insane profit off of those gloves.
That distort value works hard.
Yeah, I was putting in all the work.
But it was 100 gold per greater healing or just regular healing potions?
Greater healing is 100 gold.
All
Regular is
right. Luna's buying 5 of those.
okay.
Question: how would distort value work on potions?
Oh, Luna would look at take the potion in her hand and look at it and be like, look, there's a little bit of, mold on the cork here. How can I guarantee this potion's gonna actually work?
Looks a little cloudy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you using store value on the potions as well? Or
No, well, yeah, actually, I could. Yeah, I use it on both.
Did you water this down?
Yeah, is this really a greater healing potion? Like, come on, dude.
pH balance looks a little high.
it would take another first level spell if you do it.
What's the
I think
shelf life of these things?
It says it lasts 8 hours. The duration's 8 hours.
But it's on each item.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, on a
each item.
single item.
No, because I used my freebie, so.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the 100 gold piece for the greater healing potions.
All right.
Blackwell, you talked to a Boros guard outside of the garrison. They don't let you in. Try as you might, but you're high ranking enough in the Izzet Guild that your name's kind of known around Ravnica by now. He does give you information about a guy around the corner that does sell some items like that. You're
That
right.
sounds very sketch, but okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know how a guy around the corner is getting the silver to make holy water.
yeah, he's a traveling merchant. He has several wares for sale that are your protection from the supernatural, you might say.
Okay.
That's true. Everything is a business on Ravnica. Even cults.
Even spies.
I was seeing if I had something to make sure the guy's telling the truth. How much is he charging for it?
For holy water, he is charging 30 gold per vial.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take the hit on that. Yeah, let me get 3 of them.
3 of them. Okay. He kind of opens up his jacket, pulls out one bottle. He pulls out another. He pulls out the third. He's like, "Oh, that's not it. That's it back." Kind of there's the one. Gives you 3 vials of holy water.
Not enough cash, stranger.
You might note it as sketchy holy water.
Yeah.
Sketchy holy water.
I could bless my own holy water if I had silver, but that's not easily acquired here.
Correct. Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah, that's all I wanted from the guy. Does he have anything that looks worthwhile? Since I'm here.
Well, I got crosses, daggers, silver blades. One of them.
Didn't know.
I have. Are you sure? Got drugs.
I can make my own drugs. Thank you very much.
I got holy weed, y'all.
If I'd known that, I would have put in an order with the Blackwell before you left.
I got that talk to God shit. You know what I mean?
I got some holy weed. Don't smoke with Dracula though, because it'll just give him the munchies.
Real sketch shit. Give him a peek at my face.
I got that dank sage.
I was like, you want to see some real sketch shit? Give him a peek at my face.
Heretic.
Yeah. After that, I'd go meet up with them at the market.
All right. Was there anything else you guys needed to pick up before you head out? Or so?
Well, if there's a way for me to always have protection against good and evil cast on me, I want that.
Yeah.
Got it.
That'd be great. Fortunately,
If you give me one platinum a day, I will constantly have that on you.
All right, I'm good for at least 10 days.
all right. All right. So yeah, you guys purchase your items and such. Runner and me check. You guys didn't go. Was there something you were doing in the meantime?
We were going to talk to Jace.
Okay.
Yeah. Talk to Jason and stop by like a general store and grab,
Some
some
rope.
other supplies. Yeah. Rope and rations.
Okay. Yeah, you could probably find Jace around the guild hall. What are you bringing up to Jace?
Well, Chase, glad to see you. You had just returned from Innistrad, right? I believe that's what you said when we first ran into you.
We're all going now.
See, helping your friend in his quest for doom.
Why you put it like that, man?
Well, I mean, I told you but jokeless.
The quests for power tend to be dangerous. I did have a couple questions about Innistrad, though.
Okay, I will do my best to answer the questions.
How prevalent is like society? Is there stores and supplies we can find there? Do they take our currency? Is like really anything terrain and threats involved that we should know before we get there?
A lot of questions.
I
Define.
mean, you're not a genie or a sphinx or something. There's not a limit, right?
Well, no, but define. What was the first thing you asked about the civilization? Define.
Yeah, just I mean, are there settlements? How it's like how do they range in size? Are they very spread out, or I mean, I'm imagining it's not like Ravnica.
Hmm. As well as far as I know, there is there's one main settlement to the north. It's the holy city of Thraben. That's where most of the humans gather to fight off the creatures of the night. To the west, several high manors in the mountains house the vampires of Plain of Innistrad, once human before, but have turned into something else. You have Hellpacks to the south. That's mainly the only civilizations that run amok there. There is a few human settlements that couldn't make it to Craven. They've kind of set up around Kessig in the south. To the east, several port towns along the coast in was it the province of Nephalia.
Where's the where's the Ashmouth at?
So Ashmouth would be in the mountains to the west in Stinzia.
So, like where the vampires are?
Yeah,
Do humans live out toward where the vampires are, or is it just vampires that direction?
it's just vampires. The vampires see humans more like cattle than fellow.
Lovely.
Do you think they could bite through this? And I like hold up my arm.
Some of them probably could. Some of them have other ways of excreting your blood.
Fucking metal. Okay.
That's what they do best.
Is there any way you could like make us a draw us a map or something?
Says I'm not too versed in the plane of Innistrad. I know the general layout. I could draw you a rough map of the major locations, possibly. You give me a couple hours.
Anything would help, I think. Everybody else is like out shopping and stuff. We have to actually need to go pick up like some rations and stuff. Sounds like.
Oh yeah. Also, how do we? I know you gave us these charms, but how do we activate them? How do we actually plane travel? Do we need the assistance of a planeswalker, or is that something we could do ourselves?
He says you'll get the hang of it once you start to do it, but right now you have to have the power or you need the assistance of the amulet for your spark to allow you to travel until it gets ignited. He says what you need to do is stand in a circle. He kind of pulls out a scroll. He says, perform this ritual here. It'll take a little while to do, but you have to really focus on the plane. If you lose concentration, then the whole thing could get messed up. You could go to another plane, perhaps. So be very careful. You don't want to interrupt the ritual.
So if say somebody in the circle didn't want to go to where everybody else wanted to go, that could be like bad news.
He says it depends. It all works as a group. So if the majority of you are intent on going to the plane that you focus on, it'll still work. But if there is doubt within the party, then it could very well throw off where you end up on the plane. Like, say, for example, you were trying to come here to the Ghostfire headquarters in Ravnica, and you were thinking about it in your mind as you cast the ritual, but someone is thinking about something else. You might end up in the cult of Rakdos or something. It's difficult to land in the right spot until you've had a lot of practice.
Sounds fun.
Well, it sounds like terrain-wise, everything should be okay. It's mostly forested, or we're looking at desert. Is it what temperature? Is it extremely cold, extremely hot, moderate?
Well, weather-wise, well, like I said, you have mountains to your west, coast to your east, a little bit more coast to the north, and forest to the south. Um, kind of swampier area to the east, actually. Um, yeah, it's not. It's like a perpetual autumn in most of the plain.
Well, at least we won't be suffering from the climate. Okay, that'll give me a decent idea of what kind of supplies we should grab.
Should we get should we get a tent?
Probably wouldn't hurt. You might need more than a tent though to protect yourself.
Like 2 tents?
Actually, I've been working on a spell for that I think that can help us with shelter.
That'd be nice.
He looks at you and he says, "Oh yes, the tiny hut."
Of course, of course.
Is it like really tiny?
It's not. I mean, they don't call it tiny hut for nothing.
Fair enough.
Large enough to fit everybody.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, approximately 9 creatures of our size. 10, including myself.
No magnificent mansion, I can tell you that.
What? What's that?
Just a thing. You know, it's a better version of the spell.
Sounds like a party.
That sounds like something to work for.
says once you go to the magnificent mansion, there's no going back to the tiny hut.
I want to go to the mansion.
I'm writing that down. Hold on.
Is there anything that we could do to maybe fend off some vampires? Maybe do they not like paprika or something?
Paprika.
I love paprika.
I mean, it's pretty good.
It's really good. I like to put it on everything.
Says
Great on deviled eggs.
Unfortunately, these vampires on Innistrad aren't like your typical vampires found on other planes. Says these vampires were once humans that basically insinuated an angel. That's what gave them their powers. They're more just superhumans now. But they require the blood of living to survive.
Man, if it really wasn't for that, that doesn't sound like a bad deal.
He's kind of got goosebumps. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but why would you want to consist on blood? There's got to be better ways.
Well, the drawbacks come in the personality. They are very, very hedonistic. Very. They can't. They don't have any control over their impulses.
They sound insufferable.
Yeah, they're arrogant folk to be around. Oh, except for Soren. He's a good guy.
Oh, hey.
You mentioned Soren.
Yeah, that's who we're trying to find. Who was looking with that's. If we find Thorin, do you think we'll find Liliana?
But I don't think so, because I think they'd be on different quests.
Didn't
Soren, he's kind of the protector of the plane.
Didn't you say that Eliana was looking for Thorin?
Did I say that?
I think you did.
He says, I'm not sure exactly what she's looking for, but that would be a good person to ask. He probably knows if she's there or not. He can probably sense her spark around the plane.
You still want me to find Liliana, right?
Absolutely, yes, but I can't. That's who I was looking for when I was there. I had no luck in finding her, but
Well, I'm a little lower to the ground.
perhaps that'll help. She likes things that are lower than the ground very much.
That sounds ominous. Is there anything we should know about our target? Is she dangerous? Do we need to be careful?
Liliana? Absolutely. She's don't get her on her bad side. She's very powerful.
We should tell Avril not to punch her.
You don't want to do that.
Maybe we just make sure that she's friends with us, and then we be just kind of watch and see what happens.
I'll have to let somebody else lead the way on that. I'm not good with people.
I mean, I'm not either, but you know.
My best
Didn't it be kind of blunt?
Because my best advice is try not to get in her way. She's a very highly self-motivated person.
Is this Soren person somebody that we should be looking after or taking care of or protecting?
Well, he's centuries old. I mean, he can protect himself, but he might ask for some help. He kind of sees to all the creatures on the plane. He's kind of the protector of the realm.
Does Liliana have ill intentions towards Soren? To your knowledge?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Oh, then I don't see how we and Liliana will get into any kind of quandary.
The issue might be Soren's most prized achievement, his Archangel Avacyn that helps him protect the plane.
angel? There's angels as well.
There is angels. They protect the
Fantastic.
plane.
What is you'll have to pardon me. What is an angel? Like I've seen pictures, winged people, like, but you don't get really a lot from the statues.
That's fair. That's I mean, as far as appearances, that pretty much sums it up. They the things that I know about angels is that they usually band together in flights, is what they call them. Um, they usually align with white mana. um, Typically, if you've ever been to the Boros Legion, there's angels there. You met one at the Guild Pack Summit.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah, okay. So like that?
Yeah, that's an angel.
Do they have any powers or abilities we should be aware of? Or are we gonna any chance that we might fall on their bad side?
Well, they can sense evil. Their task is to
glance at me check.
yes, their task is to eradicate the evil on the plane.
Can they read your mind or sense your heart's intentions, kind of thing, or is it based on your actions?
That's a little outside of my realm of knowledge, but I would say it probably has to do with a mix of actions and, you know, I'm sure they probably have some sixth sense, so to speak, of evil and good.
Can I just, your personal opinion, would like declaring vengeance upon someone be considered evil?
It depends. There's righteous vengeance.
I see, Ritter, it's fine.
Just maybe keep it in your pocket.
Keep what in the pocket?
It's an expression. It's just don't do anything unless you're absolutely sure that it would be perceived as good.
Right.
Good luck telling you know that.
That shouldn't be that hard.
It's just about. It sounds like it's just about perception. As long as we don't draw attention, we should be fine.
None of you are of demon descent, are you?
Well, that's what I was going to ask. They always say that the opposite of an angel is a demon. Are there demons on this world or plane as well?
There most certainly is.
Fantastic. This place has all the goodies.
I wouldn't say goodies, per se.
You have a Genasi, a human, a Kenku, another human, another human.
A tiefling would be bad news, is what I was getting at.
We don't have that. We're good.
So far, so good.
So, is there's nothing that we could use against the vampires to make them not want to eat us? Is there is there anything specific that you think we should stock up on before we go?
Like garlic.
No, they like paprika.
He says anything that could help you keep your blood in your body would be your best choice.
So, well, see, that's kind of a problem for me.
If you can get your hands on some silver, that would be great too.
Do you know where we can get some silver?
Some healing potions. Says, well, that's one thing good about Innistrad. I don't know how you'd get it, but the moon is said to be made entirely out of silver.
So we shoot for the moon.
You can get there. I don't know how you do that, but
Or maybe we just make it less complicated. We just get in, get out, and try not to draw any attention of vampires, demons, angels, and what have yous.
That sounds
Yeah,
like the
we're
best plan
great at
yet.
that.
How far is the Earth from the moon?
We just got to convince the others to be a little stealthy. I don't know how well that's going to work.
We just got to run really, really fast.
You know, speed sometimes can work in place of stealth.
Also, bard spells.
We need some rope. We need some food. Do you have any idea, Jace, how long it would take to let's say everything goes perfectly as planned, and we have beginner's luck on our teleport over there, and we, let's say, get straight to the Ashmouth. How long would it take us to get from the Ashmouth back to the city, do you think?
The city of Thraben.
Yeah.
It's probably a few days walk. I'm not exactly sure where the Mouth is exactly.
I know it's in the mountains.
Yeah, it's probably a good hike. It's quite a ways away.
So maybe like a couple weeks worth of rations.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt.
There's still like wild game and such in Innistrad, right?
Yes.
Like non-cursed edible food.
I feel like the humans are the wild game in Innistrad.
I'm not eating humans. There's gotta be deer and stuff, though, right?
There is, but there's also mutated stuff and cursed stuff, and you never know really what you're gonna get. You know.
Okay, so we should bring plenty of rations.
Just in case.
Well, I think we're gonna go get those rations and rope and like maybe like a climber's kit. Is there any way you could work on that like little map for us while we're gone?
I sure can. Like I said, just give me a couple hours. I should be able to come up with something.
How often can you planeswalk using these charms?
Said it's not really about like a time limit. It's more like energy. It's fueled by mana collection. It's yeah, I don't know. You just have to feed into the mana sources of the plane to kind of align yourself to be able to have the energy to planeswalk.
What sort of manas are on this plane again?
Well, all 5 colors of mana, of course. Every plane has that.
Gotcha.
What if, like, the worst case scenario? How long do you think it would take? I just need to know just because of how many rations we should get. If all else fails, when we can planeswalk again and we haven't found our target, we can always go back out for supplies, come back.
It's hard to say exactly. You know, there's a lot of factors in that.
Let's just load up. Maybe we get like a bag of holding and just like fill it up.
That's not a bad idea.
Better safe than sorry is what I say.
Well, I think we have what we need to go buy, or at least need to know what we need to know to buy supplies. We'll meet you back here in a couple hours to get the map and then attempt to plane walks for the first time.
Well, best of luck on your items. I'll get to work. You see him kind of like you see him like kind of pass through like this blue force field, and he kind of like disappears, and you can see him in the back of the library. He just kind of slides into a chair. He like kind of teleports into it, and he kind of casts the spell and he lays
What
down
up,
a
Dylan?
scroll
Thanks for
and
stopping by. Thanks for
a quill,
lurking.
and he starts to draw.
Nice nat 20.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
You see him like cast another spell, and he like opens his hand up, and you see this like floating like mental image of Innistrad, and like he's kind of just sketching it.
Dude is so dope. He accidentally stuns on fools.
I never thought about using illusion magic like that. That would be much easier to make maps. If you could fly above the environment and then like capture a memory, that's a perfect way to. I need to write that down.
Is there any chance of us finding a decanter of endless water?
Possibly. You guys have a decanter of like endless coffee or something like that.
I have decanter of endless water and boundless coffee.
Okay.
And I also have 2 features that let me find food and water anywhere, basically. So at least water should be okay.
How long does it take for does Runner and Nietzsche catch up with Avril and Una before I do?
I think we would just head straight to the store and just buy supplies. I don't know about Nietzsche.
They're
I
at the
wouldn't even.
store too.
I'd say you guys
Yeah.
probably all meet up about. You guys probably meet up with Una and Avril. Probably meet up with you first, Blackwell.
Okay. I want to show up looking like Gorilla Grodd.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. Just testing out my polymorph spell.
Okay. Yeah, when you come in, I'm just sitting there with like this statue on the table, just like saying random things at it. This is like, work. Ready, go. Transform. To a haptic. Rhinoceros. Wait, that's not what he called it. Sertok. Crap. Maybe I have to give it a name. Swirl. Spiral. Fluffy. All right. I don't know how this thing works.
Try as you might to no avail.
Yeah, eventually I want to land on the keyword being the name I give to it, which is I want it to be Charybdis being the name for the Sertok.
Okay. I don't think you've cast Identify or anything on it, have you?
No, I have no idea how it works, so I'm just like, he just said, here you go, it's a Sertok, have fun with it. And I've just been like, I don't know how this works. I threw it once, tried to throw like a Pokeball, it didn't do anything. So I'm just sitting here talking to a statue trying to figure out, make it work.
Okay, there is a command word, and that is not it. But
Oh, is there like an actual like designated command word?
there is, yeah.
Okay, because it just says a command word. Like in the thing, it just says when you speak the command word.
Okay, I got a command word for it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys meet up with Blackwell in his polymorph form.
I immediately square up.
Oh, shit.
The fuck is that?
All right. This is new.
Have you never seen an ape before?
Yes, I fight them.
That is very uncivilized.
You know that Avril's going to punch anything that's new. Like, have we not learned this in the last, 4 or 5 years we've been around each other?
Well, beasts. Beasts,
Yes.
like, guaranteed, I'm gonna fight them. And then try to eat them. But this one's talking, so, I don't know.
What was it you guys said you were trying to buy, Runner and Nietzsche?
butt ton of rations, and maybe a bag of holding
Yeah.
And some rope.
and some rope.
Good
Climber,
luck finding a bag of holding. Nuna's been looking for that forever.
climber's kit.
I like that.
Other,
Clear all
other than the
my
bag of holding,
things.
other than the bag of holding, basically like just a general store, non-magical items kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's any place that just has like standard adventuring gear.
Yeah, that would be pretty common stuff. You could probably find that.
Probably don't have time to roll for, because that takes weeks to look for a magic item.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does take a while.
I'm just surprised we didn't have somebody make us a bag of holding.
Go look for that guy in the fucking back alley and ask if he's got one. He's like, yeah, I got a bag to hold stuff.
It's not the bag of holding you're looking for.
I think
But
yeah,
it is a bag and it is holding stuff.
maybe
Go to put a sword in, it just goes right out the bottom. You're like, you son of a bitch.
just like a backpack that I can fill full of rations.
I have 2 backpacks. I carry.
Maybe, let's see, maybe 10 days worth of rations per person.
Hey, runner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Would you say you've ever like eaten lunch with me, like working at the guild?
Oh, I'm sure. At least when
Okay.
we were working on the spear together, we would have hung out all day.
Yeah. You would know that I eat twice as much as a normal person.
Yeah, we're gonna need twice the rations for Blackwell. That face hole can hold a lot.
Yeah. some reason my new physiology burns calories much more rapidly.
Okay, so 10 rations per person, 20 for Blackwell. That puts us at 60 rations. Unless one of the other ones there, Runner would not haggle for it at all. He would just pay whatever the standard price is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whatever's on
same.
whatever's on the sticker.
So rope for 50 feet is 1 gold for hemp and rope. 10 gold for 50 feet of silk rope. Rations.
You guys wouldn't know this, but I have 20 rations and 4 rolls of 50-foot rope.
5 silver for 1 day of rations.
Una's had rations since day one. She just never said anything about them.
I figured whatever rations I had in my backpack now is definitely spoiled because it's just been sitting there.
Yeah, it's been 4 or 5 years of us running around together, so yeah.
So that was rations, rope, and a bag of holding was the last thing you were looking for.
Yeah, if we can't find a bag of holding, I would just get like probably 2 backpacks to just fill full of rations.
Okay. Well, for a backpack, that is 2 gold for 1 backpack. But let me see what.
At some point, we will raid a treasure trove and we will find a bag of holding. It's out there. We just gotta fucking find it.
I'm gonna take the new rope I just got, cut 10 feet off of it, and toss the rest to the side.
So, looking for one, I'll say it'll take probably a whole day to do. Potentially, but you have to roll to see if you can find one. If that's something you want to do.
The bag of holding?
Yeah.
I don't think we have time for that.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's not like readily available, I would just get a couple backpacks.
We'd also know that Una's probably been has been looking for one the whole time we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
She's not exactly quiet about things that frustrate her.
Nope.
That's 2 gold per backpack, so you can.
And then I think that like Nee like still kind of looks up to Runner. So whatever Runner is buying ration and rope wise, Nee just doubles up that order.
Okay.
Yeah, I buy. I would order 60 rations.
Do be wary
one
of
thing
weight.
rope.
Like it's
Yeah.
cheap, but be wary about weight.
I would order up 60 rations, one thing of rope, and then honestly, I have a lot of survivor gear.
It
just
would-
because I
Yeah, it would be good to have like a dungeon diving kit or one of those if you need the get around.
You can buy a kit if you like.
Yeah, if there's a like a climber's kit, I would like that.
Okay.
Una still has her fishing
No.
tackle and net.
Yeah, because I know not all of us can just walk up shit.
yeah, even then, I have some stuff from my life before Strixhaven. Like I have fishing tackle, grappling hook, like cold weather clothes, different
anybody
changes
have
of
a
clothes,
crowbar?
block and tackle. I do not have. I have a block and tackle.
I got
but not
a hammer.
crowbar. I have a hammer.
I am a crowbar.
It's 25 gold for a climber's kit, and it weighs 12 pounds.
Okay.
How much were the rations?
The rations were 5 silver for 1 day's worth of
5.
rations.
Okay, so that would be 30,
30
gold
gold.
for all the rations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Two
If we're
backpacks.
buying, since I'm in the shop too, if I see them picking on warm clothes, it's gonna remind me I need some too.
Warm clothes, he said.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't buying shit for clothes.
Yeah, I
At
already
least
have cold. I have cold weather clothes and regular clothes already, so I wouldn't buy any.
Yeah, if I see like a really cool like leather coat with fur trim, I'm buying that for Nietzsche.
For a knee check. Okay.
Yeah,
One of those
something you can
like
put on.
like an aviator jacket kind of look to it.
Yeah, because he put on over his armor and still look fucking tight.
Okay, so what you do find is a thick trench coat, all black. Comes with leather black gloves.
Alright, I'm going to take this thick trench coat and I'm going to take it to the person that Una bought all those dresses from, and I'm going to ask them to modify it with fur trim on a rush order.
Okay. To modify it, it's gonna. So what did you say you wanted on it?
Just fur trim. But we also need it like ASAP.
So they're gonna charge you 15 gold to get it done quick, and it's gonna take about 4 hours.
Okay, perfect.
Is there anything else we need?
Avril and Una sitting there like, why are you guys spending so much money? Haggle.
Nietzsche, do you have a mess kit?
Do I have a what?
You have a mess kit, tinderbox, like do you have any tools to survive outside?
I have a healer kit and I have this little bag of sand.
Okay, so sir, man, whoever, I need a mess kit and a tinderbox at least.
Okay.
Una's got that for herself already.
I think I mentioned.
What about a bedroll, Nietzsche? You got a bedroll? Something like a blanket to sleep with?
No.
Okay, we'll add that on as well.
Okay, so a tinder box is 5 silver. A mess kit is 2 silver. And you said a bedroll?
Yeah, bedroll, and I'm not even gonna ask. I'm gonna grab a water skin and put that on the pile as well.
Okay. Bedroll is 1 gold, and a water skin is 2 silver. It does come empty though, but it wouldn't be hard to fill up with some good old Ravnica water. So those backpacks carry 30 pounds of fuel.
30. Yeah, I'm buying a third one.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, how dead set are you on the weight limit of each backpack? Because if that's the case, I gotta redistribute some stuff.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, yeah, I think I'm probably gonna be pretty kind of like go by what it says because
All right, I'm gonna buy a chest then.
I'm gonna buy a chest. Okay.
What? How you gonna carry that shit around?
Yeah, you can't carry your chest.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing. It is.
Well, I mean, it's that or it just all goes onto my equipment, and that doesn't make any sense either. Or I've just got to get rid of everything because how am I going to carry multiple backpacks either?
So, I mentioned this earlier, but I haven't actually had to use it up till now. Um, I have Liam's secret chest, so whenever we have free time, I can summon this chest, and we can put stuff in it, and I can stash it, and it goes into another dimension.
How much can it hold?
The chest is 3 feet by 2 feet, um, and basically as much stuff as I can fit in there.
Okay. If you're telling me about that, then I just start pulling stuff out of my bag. I got this thing of rope. I got another thing of rope. Put these 10 rations in there.
Like you putting rations in it is probably smart, but rope and stuff you want to keep on you.
Oh, I still have 20 feet of rope on me. Or
would say
I still have more rope on me.
I think the rations should go in the chest since those are the heaviest things.
Yeah. All right, I'll toss all my rations in there. And
Una will do the same.
I think, so are you going to keep track of it, or should we just put another chest in the inventory and just mark it as your chest?
So a chest can hold 300 pounds. I'm just going to do that and rename it the Lehman's chest.
Okay.
So we're showing up with 60. I'm sure that like everybody's rations are spoiled at this point, unless you guys have been like continuously buying more. So we'll show up with the 60 rations, and then we'll just dump all 60 into the crate. And then if I see Nietzsche grabbing a bunch of backpacks, I'm gonna tell him to hold off, and just get one because he doesn't have to carry everybody's stuff.
That's good because all this is really heavy.
You're not even big enough to hold all that.
No, I'm not.
Grab one backpack. Here, you're gonna put this rope, the bedroll, water skin, mess kit, tinderbox, all that. Put it in that backpack. You need to keep that on you. You can keep like 1 or 2 rations in case, but we'll let Blackwell's just take care of the rest.
So, okay.
So if we're all let's say we all hold on to, I think 5 rations is a pound.
2 rations are 2 pounds each for 1 day's worth of rations.
Oh, they are? Okay. So we'll hold on to 2 rations, put the rest in the box. How many is that going in the box?
That is going to be 58.
I was saying 18 for me.
58. Or no,
And so
28.
You can get extra stuff on your backpack if it makes sense for you to tie it onto the outside, right? So like
like your bedroll,
Bedroll, rope,
water skin, like anything that exactly. So anything that you can tie on, you can like just kind of discount that.
You bought 60 rations, right? So that'd be 58 going into the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I also bought 60.
So, okay. Yeah.
Oh, what? You don't need to buy all those.
118 rations.
You don't need to buy them all either.
Well,
They're all dried food.
Don't tell
if
me
you're-
I'm my money.
we're never even gonna eat all this. Before it goes, I'll take 30 of mine and push to the side and just look. See, we'll each buy 30. How's that?
Well, I
it's
mean,
all preservable food. It's all stuff that'll last for a long time.
like Jace made it sound like we would maybe need all this.
This is a half a year's worth of ration. You know, I'm just gonna let it go.
I mean, if he gets
Sure.
extra for half a year, be thinking
Yeah,
me
let's do it.
all those rations.
Okay, so one more time. 58 is going in the box.
118. It sounds like.
118.
We have
Do it,
food for
118.
days.
Yeah. So we bought 120, and then but Nietzsche's keeping 2 of them back in his pack.
Okay. So yeah, 120 minus 2, yeah, that's 118. So
So,
Okay.
Trying to keep track of everything we purchased. You said a climber's kit too, right?
yeah. So
How much was that one?
climber 25.
Okay, so far I got 120 rations, 2 things of rope, a bedroll, water skin, mess kit, tinderbox, and a climber's kit.
It sounds right. I know if you bought rope, Nee would have bought rope too.
Yeah. I actually only need 10 feet of the rope, so I'm cutting 10 feet off and tossing the other 40.
Well,
I'm gonna use this for a spell. You want the other 40?
yeah, I'll take the other 40.
There you go. Let's save us money. We don't have to buy 2
You're
ropes
putting
unless you want.
2 50s in there. 2 ropes.
No, anything other than rations, as far as we got, we're just gonna leave in our backpacks.
No, I was telling her Dottie's giving me the extra stuff he had. He had 2 extra
Oh, okay.
lengths of rope.
Anna's got rope, but she has it on her at all times.
Yeah, I have 1 rope on me too. And then I can sometimes get lucky enough to pull out a magic rope.
Yeah.
like, keep that thing on you,
Did we want to get a crowbar, or we want to call it there? Or is there anything else? Anybody think of anything they might want? Last call.
A wood axe wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
It's gonna
Hatchet.
run, yeah.
I normally just
Small
punch the
hatchet.
trees.
Can't. I was gonna say can't. I will just knock down a tree.
Yeah, that's a little too obvious, though. If we're just wanting to knock down a branch or 2 while we're walking.
I'm gonna say if you're going with the hatchet, it'll be 1 gold. For a wood axe, like a full blown axe, it's gonna be 2 gold.
And I'll
Yeah,
get the
just
hatchet.
do it as a hand axe.
And that's gonna be 3 pounds. For the hatchet.
I remember when I got my first hatchet.
If you want a full hand axe, that's gonna be a little different. But
How much is the mess kit?
the mess kit was 2 silver.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as is the stuff that's going in your pack, it was 2 gold, 20. Oh, you already did the climber's kit and everything, so it's just the rope, bedroll, water skin, mess kit, and tinderbox. So that would be 7 silver for the water skin, mess kit, and tinderbox, and 2 gold for the rope and bedroll.
So 3 gold.
Yeah, 2 gold, 7 silver, unless you're tipping.
Don't do silver here.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so whatever you said.
Electrum.
Oh, Electrum.
Yeah.
That's right, I forgot.
Woogie, woogie, woogie.
Make sure you note that your rope is 40 feet.
If you're
Oh, yep.
still there with me when we're doing this, I'll eventually be like, can you figure this thing out for me? I just hands him my shit. Yeah, I would at some point in time during our interaction just hand him my little statue. Be like, I can't figure this out. I tried everything I could think of. I threw it. I yelled at it. And that was about all I got.
I haven't given you a handout for yet, have I?
You haven't given me a handout for it. Nah, you just gave me the item name and I put that in my inventory.
Yeah, if you don't have anybody to cast Identify on it, I'll get around to it as soon as we run into each other. It only takes 10 minutes.
Well, I'm just here aping it out in front of this chest. While we throw stuff in it. So I've got 118 rations, 2 lengths of rope, and 5 torches thrown into this chest right now.
Sounds good.
If we come across a starving town, we fucking got them, baby.
Nietzsche's got the.
No, we know you've been starving for a very long time. Here's a bunch of hardtack.
I like gruel.
Oh, and the price of the backpack, I guess. That would also factor in there if you hadn't done that already.
Did I need to buy a backpack?
Did you have one already?
Yeah, I had a backpack. Actually,
you
I
should
have, but I have 33 out of 30 pounds in it. And I haven't put my water skin or bedroll in there. But those don't count, right?
Yeah. You can tie those onto the outside.
Yeah, it shows certain items on there that, unless the backpack itself weighs 5 pounds.
It does weigh at least 5 pounds.
Okay, so the 35 pounds is 5 pounds for the backpack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anybody want this 5-pound book? Nope. All right.
Una tossed her book.
What kind of book?
It just says book.
Do you have any weight left in your chest?
Yeah, I've still got quite a bit. About 40 pounds.
I'm gonna walk over and dump Smith's tools and Tinker tools in there.
All right.
Here you go. Clink, 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 clink. There you go. Hold on to those for me.
Also, side note, DM, I've been keeping all of the glass bottles from all the potions that I've been using, because I'm proficient in herbalism kit and I have one of those. So later on, when I start making potions, I don't have to buy a bunch of glass bottles.
Okay. So funnily enough, this item is actually made of silver. You got all that?
One
Made this session
item.
nothing but shopping.
You got anything you want to put in here, Una?
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna put the winter heart in there.
Oh yeah, smart.
Yeah, go ahead and put that in your in your chest. I'll take that out of my backpack.
There's now a heart in my chest.
Well, she's not using it. Part of me wants to leave the pyro conveyor behind, but at the same time, it's like, it might come in handy.
All right. You said you cast that in a fountain thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, if he hands it to me, I'll go ahead and do it for him.
Oh,
Yeah.
did I just delete my entire backpack by accident?
Oh,
Shit.
no.
Oh no.
I get for hitting the wrong button?
For some reason, I block and tackle, like pulleys and stuff. I'll go ahead and put that in the chest too, I guess.
I mean, I'll put my climber's kit in the chest if there's 12 pounds left.
I feel like you want to keep that on you.
I mean,
Oh, fudge nuggets. I
Oh,
did.
okay, so I didn't get the Sir Talk one because you said I got the rare one last time.
Did I? Thought I said boar. I need a right.
You just said he said he gave you the rare one, so I put the rare one in there. That's fine though. Boar's fine.
Okay.
I just gotta change what item I got in there.
That's actually a giant boar, not a regular boar.
Well, shit.
I'm still gonna name it Charybdis either way.
I deleted my backpack with everything in it.
That sucks.
that's bad.
Well, most of the magic items were taken out of it, thank God.
Usually you can go into your starter equipment and they'll have all the stuff that was in your backpack in there.
Okay.
In the meantime, was there anything else you guys needed to get before you head out?
If Blackwell's waiting a couple hours for something, I think that Nee would try to go back down to like the Undercity and get a new guild signet.
Okay.
Because I left mine on during the thing.
Hmm.
But now I'm like, shit. I might need that.
With your renown, I'd say it's probably a pretty easy thing to get. So
Okay.
probably take about an hour or so, but yeah.
Perfect.
Was there anything else for you guys before you get going?
I can't find that item because I had the gruel one, and then I've seen all the other figures of power, but I can't find the boar one.
It's a homebrew thing.
Oh, okay.
Shopping.
All right.
We're going shopping. We went shopping.
Will that take attunement as well? Because if it's not, then I'm gonna go back on selling my gloves because I still have a spot for that thing.
Let me see. Might have just forgot to put that on there.
I'll slip by and also grab a bottle of whiskey, that same whiskey we got the other day.
It doesn't say it requires attunement.
Yeah, this one doesn't say it does either on these ones.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Okay, cool. Then I will remove that 450 gold and add my gloves back if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of full moons.
All right, so you guys had a map to collect from Jace and a trench coat to collect from some tailors.
After that, we'll meet back at Ghostfire and start casting this ritual of the scroll I got in my pocket.
Okay. So here's your guys' map that Jace came up with. I'm gonna put that under the party notes.
Jace makes good maps.
Handouts is where I'm gonna put it.
Very nice.
Solid.
Excuse my cat if you all are hearing him. Child.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
All right. So yeah, there's that. You pick up your trench coat that you had tailored for you, for Nietzsche Blackwell.
No.
Yeah. So let's see here. Got a tree of folders in this. All right. Yeah. So you guys are gonna. Are you guys gonna wait till the next day to take off, or are you gonna go ahead and go?
I mean,
I'm
the
ready to go.
day or night's kind of superfluous. We don't even know what time it is on the plane, so we may as well go anytime.
Yeah.
Point.
Yep.
Good.
Since we're all ready.
Okay. So you guys kind of follow the instructions in the scroll that Jace gave you. You guys kind of like get into a circle. You kind of grasp your amulet. You kind of stare down at the center of the circle where you've made a symbol in the ground. It takes it. You spend about 3 minutes or so. Nothing really seems to happen. You're starting to have kind of doubts that this thing's gonna work. But you know, you guys trust Jace, so try to focus as hard as you can. And you guys can kind of like. It seems like reality's kind of warping around you. It starts to like. You see these little waves at first, and then it starts to like whoop, whoop, whoop around you. Suddenly, like, kind of close your eyes for a second. You open them back up, and you are no longer in Ravnica. It takes about 10 minutes for this whole process to happen. But for about 10 minutes, you guys find yourself not in Ravnica anymore. You find yourself standing amidst woods that are almost supernaturally dense, filled with dark, sinuous trees and a constant hanging mist. The trees have broad leaves and mudded reds, golds, and greens, and the floor is papered in damp leaves. Together, you kind of use your skills to find your bearing about where you're at.
Feels weird. I got in the chat.
What's that?
Feels weird. I got kicked from the chat.
Oh,
Oop.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's fine
Yeah.
now.
Okay, so essentially you planeswalked with the 10-minute ritual. You found yourself in a supernaturally dense forest, it seems. Yeah, but you guys kind of use each other's skills to find your bearings from where you're at. Avril, you can hear the subtle moan of a river that hums to the north. Blackwell.
Just, oh, yes, wonderful.
Blackwell, you notice towering over the thick canopy above several mountain peaks looming in the distance to the west. Nietzsche on the side of a tree just past where the group is kind of looking around. A crimson splatter catches your eye just below the tree on the damp floor. A mangled form rests against the tree. Runner, you notice a faint foot trail that leads to the north. And Una, you can hear a pack of wolves howl in the distance, but as you listen, the howls get progressively more ferocious.
Ooh, doggies.
wolves then. There's never seen nearby.
So there's some tracks here. It looks like.
I'll take a look at those.
Okay. Oh, go ahead.
Una is going to pull out from her her usual bag of tricks, see what friendly creature she's gonna have today.
Okay.
I'll also take a look at the tracks.
Okay.
Oh yeah! Who wants to ride the giant elk?
Perfect time to have a giant elk, actually.
I'd be
I
doing it.
also kind of want to do my thing.
I'd be doing it with Avril, like going back and forth, discussing what we know of. This is the first time we've ever done the woods thing together, so
Yeah, like we're. It's like, oh, you know wood stuff. It's like, yeah.
I do a lot of hunting.
Like, me too. So, what do you think it is? And then we're just sitting there, like, basically, like two guys looking over a grill. We're just like, yeah, that's nice stuff. That one looks nice, browning up nice.
Looks like their weight was more on their head of their feet. Maybe they were running.
So you kind of are following the tracks to the north. It leads to the woods. Like it looks like it was a kind of a common road. Like it's like a trail. It's not like a road, but it's like a little trail that leads up. But it's a muddy trail, and it looks like wolf prints, kind of splattered into the mud. But all of a sudden, they turn to human tracks, and they continue on north. And just through the thickness of the forest, you can make out a wider road that merges with the path.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, we need.
I don't know how that works.
Well, Jay said that there was some werewolves creatures here. We should definitely try to avoid them if at all possible.
We can't
Can-
fight them.
Can I have looked at that dead body?
Yeah, most definitely. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me, or an investigation.
Okay, we'll go with investigation.
I meant to tell you, Avril. There's werewolves, witches, vampires, demons, and angels here, and you should try not to punch any of them unless they hurt us first.
Oh, well, I don't have to mess with angels and demons. They're rather common in my plane.
Oh, okay, well, that's good.
They're normally rich and well off and snooty as fuck.
So you hate them as much as the dryads?
No, well, I hate them for other reasons.
Okay. By the way, who wants to ride on the giant elk?
Oh, that reminds me. And then I like pull the thing out and I say the word.
Okay. Yeah, you see it kind of like start to shake, kind of like jumps around like a Jumanji piece, and then you see this cloud of smoke come up, and then standing there is this ginormous boar.
What the fuck, Avril?
I name her Charybdis. It's my gift. It was a gift to me from Domri.
Neat check.
I'm jealous you actually have something that looks a little cooler than the shit I carry.
Mine only does this, though.
That's fair.
Neat check. You go up to this body to search it. The body, but it's all mangled up.
Mm-hmm.
You just see this bloody mess on the floor. A lot of it's dried up now, but whatever happened here was awful. That's very clear. But as you kind of like start to poke around on it, this like ball of maggots just starts to crawl out of the side and kind of like makes you pull your hand back.
Ew. Oh, do I have Pestachu with me?
I think you did go get him before you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
shit, I forgot to ask if Brecken wanted to come with us.
But he came, right? I still got Pestachu with me.
Yeah.
I think you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you did say,
yeah. You asked your pixie friend at the bar if she wanted to come with us.
Oh, that's right, I did.
Yeah, you asked her. You asked her if you wanted to go to if she wanted to go to some really fucked up place and cause some chaos. She's all hammered. It's like hell yeah.
Right, so Brecken's with us. Hopefully.
typically in the magic lore, anything that's organic material that travels through the blind attorneys is like completely disintegrated. But for
Can
the
we
purpose,
put her in the chest?
yeah, if you can carry her
Since
on your
Blackwell would know
person,
that.
God damn it. um,
I'm
she
sure I
she
can
can't
hold
breathe.
Brecken.
She can't breathe in the chest.
Well,
Okay.
so she just needs to be able to hold her breath long enough for us to play.
Bob, what were you saying though?
I said for the purposes of the game, anything you can carry like on your person, like creature or otherwise, is fine.
Okay, she's a pixie. She can sit on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Hell, she wants. She can hide in my hair.
You can't take a pet wolf with you. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But like you could take, a small creature.
All right.
Right.
So Brecken's with us, and
Shoulder
too.
pats.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'll be like, Michek, what you got over there?
Some maggots.
Well, I mean, what is it? Is a person or?
Uh, it's pretty mangled. I'm not quite sure.
Kind of looks like pestachu food.
We sure
It's-
we want Pestu to even eat that?
Does pestachu eat maggots? I'm sure pestachu eats maggots.
We're not doing that today.
No? That just seems right. Well, based on clues, it looks like we are to the south. Somewhere we didn't want to be.
Well,
Yeah, this is where the werewolves are from, so we need to
There's a river to the north.
we need to head northwest.
All right, then let's get
Oh.
moving.
I like the West. West is good.
Northwest toward the mountains. I'm worried about entering the mountains where it borders the werewolf territory, though, because those two groups didn't get along from what we learned from Jace. So I'm worried the border between those two areas might be more dangerous than if we go a little further north and then come in the west
That's a good point.
from a different area.
All good thoughts. So
Could I tell by the terrain which path would be best to take? Just travel wise, because I don't really know the political landscape of this place.
travel wise, definitely the closest path is probably the better option for as far as you know.
Would I assume from our current look-like surroundings and what we've already found that we should probably get out of this forest as fast as possible and just take the nearest beeline to the road?
Well, together you guys heard the howling of wolves. That sounded very ferocious. You guys are in a very thick forest. And from what Jay said, there is werewolves in these parts. So
So I say we head directly north as fast as possible. We don't camp until we're out of this forest.
How fast is your elk?
My giant elk is 60 feet.
Okay, and the boar?
40 feet.
40 feet. I can summon 4 war horses. And we could ride those at 60 feet.
Are they loud? Because I feel like we need to be quiet. We don't want to stir any kind of instinct.
They are fire elementals, so they glow.
But glowing isn't necessarily bad as long as they're not smelling prey. Then that'll help.
That might be my elk if we're not careful.
Are we?
The elk and
could be
the
a good
boar are
distraction.
probably more smelling like prey than these would. These smell like fire.
Are we going to burn down the
Yeah.
forest?
The things are
Don't
pretty damp.
tempt me, Michek. I will do it.
It's pretty wet here. It would take a pretty hot fire to light this up.
Do you realize how much fire I got? Come on. Don't doubt me. You know I like a challenge. I'll do it.
Let's just get going.
Yeah, let's just move, and you know what? If I have to, I'll jump on someone else's horse.
I was going to recommend we have the elk ride away from us, and then if the werewolves come after us, maybe we get them to go after the elk instead of us.
I am not sacrificing my new baby.
Very well.
If the wolves get closer, fine. I'll send the elk away, but let's keep the elk with us until we absolutely have to get rid of it.
I'll lead the way. Let's have the elk follow up the back. Let's go.
I don't mind being in the back. Not the best perception, but that's fine.
Just have to be faster than the elk.
I'm riding it. Come on.
Okay, so you guys are mounting up and moving at the quickest possible pace to get to the.
Yeah. All joking aside, that's the plan.
Okay.
Okay, and you're heading directly north, you said, right? Okay, so it's thick brush, like, you know, you're riding these mounts to get there, but like thorns and shit's just scraping across you, like, you know, trying your best to get out of the way of it, but like it just is.
We need to find a path or a road. This terrain is way too thick to ride straight through the forest.
Well, I thought we were just going to take the path that we'd been up to the north, because you said that was a path that used to be a road, right?
Yes. So once you guys travel for just a minute to get through this thickness of these woods, but you guys do make your way up to a little like a trail, like a road almost. Yeah, like this dirt road, but it kind of like meanders alongside a river that goes east and west. The path also goes east and west. So that is your guys' decision. Do you keep heading north from there, or?
Do I see any river crossings ahead or not?
But as far as you can see, you see some shallow points in the river, but no clear crossing from where you're at currently.
Okay.
So
I can freeze it so we can all just walk over.
Yeah, but then we're back into the dense underbrush.
this is where we go west, right?
Well, let's flip a coin. Who feels most lucky, east or west, to find a crossing?
I am pretty lucky.
Una votes west.
I rolled an 82.
You rolled an 82?
Heads or tails?
Well, would I be able to get a better kind of understanding on it, just because like I'm an outlander and like I'm very used to wild places?
Okay. What are you trying to determine right now? I'm sorry.
Because we need to go northwest. I'm trying to figure out the best way. Like, basically, if we go west and follow the road, are the chances of it still going north and west the whole way better? Or if we go east, is there a place that we could find a good river crossing?
Judging for Avril, I would say, judging by the landscape, seeing the mountains to the west, you figure there's probably not a good crossing for the river. It probably widens, if anything, going up towards the mountains.
Okay.
For a river crossing, you're probably looking at going east.
Okay. I would bring that up. I'd be like, I mean, yes, we'll get to the mountains faster going west now, but it will become harder and harder to cross the river if we go that way.
What if we just cross it like right here? You said you could freeze it, right?
Yes.
We head right into the underbrush, and we're gonna have a hard time getting the mounts through. What if however, you have a good eye for this, and then I'll reach over, touch him, and cast fly on him. Why don't you just fly up and you just tell us which direction to go?
Oh, okay. And then just fly straight up.
Okay.
You get a real good lay of the land.
Okay.
Why didn't we think of this before we even went, in the woods?
I don't think we had any choice of going into the woods.
Well, I mean, when we came out.
Okay.
Which we just did.
I just know we need to get moving because there are things trying to kill us.
Yeah, it's not the kind of place we want to stay still very long.
Nope.
Yeah. As you head straight up, Avril, you're making your way up as high as you can go. Blackwell, you have the highest perception. You think you hear something moving in the woods behind you. Kind of look back, and for a second, you swear you saw some like yellow eyes staring at you, but maybe it was like a firefly or something. But Admiral, you head up
That wasn't no
to
firefly.
upward, and this is the area you can see on the map there. I think I moved you. Yeah, that area is kind of what you can see right now.
Okay, so I can see the road and the river crossing over to the east.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And as soon as I saw that, I'd try and like look at the lay of the land as far as I can see to kind of gauge how hard the travel will be and things like that. And I come back down and be like, "We go east. There's a bridge." And the road continues on to the north and the west.
Look, we need to get moving. I'm pretty sure I saw something.
Don't want
I will
to
take the rear then.
I don't even say anything. I just get my mount into a gallop.
Yep.
And it follows. Whitney, the giant elk with her.
Okay. So, going at your fast pace, it's taken about it's taken about an hour and a half worth of travel to get here to the point where the road crosses over the river. Yeah, do you guys pass over and keep going north? You said.
Yeah. All he knows is that we're supposed to be going north and west. And
You said it's already been an hour.
Yes.
So when we cross roads, the horses are going to disappear.
That is unfortunate.
yeah, I mean, I could fit another person on my. It's a large beast.
Mine's a huge beast, so I could probably fit one more with me and check.
I feel like I'm like riding up front like a kid on the handlebars, you know, with my feet over the antlers.
If your character was still 13 years old, I'd say that would work.
I mean, I guess if we have to,
Fair.
I'll ride with Odwell, because he's going to be bringing up the rear. His boar is much slower than the elk.
Yeah. And I would want to bring up the rear anyways, just because rear guard.
Okay. Then I'll hop on the elk with Una and Nishek. Try to keep an eye out, act as scout with a steer.
Okay. So you guys continue on. Trail leads eventually to a road that leads towards the east and one that continues kind of northwest. At the corner of the road, you see the entrance to a large, it looks like a cemetery, just at the meeting of the crossroads.
I'm going to comment, and you guys really wanted to come here, huh?
I didn't.
I kind of want to check out the cemetery. I love checking out cemeteries, but I guess we don't really.
We're not here for sightseeing.
I wanna go over there. I point at the mountains.
Yeah, we have to be careful.
I'm not even sure which route.
Well, let's head continue north as much as possible, get out of these forests, and then try to enter the mountains from the more from like straight west as opposed to northwest.
I'm still pretty sure even one werewolf is still a bit too daunting for us right now.
Look, I got my spells. We got the giant elk, plus my other two possible distractions. So I think we're good.
But do you really want to be spent on fighting one werewolf this early in the woods?
No.
As
The only way we figure it out is I 1v1 a werewolf and we see how it goes, and then we'll know for sure.
That seems like a bad idea.
As we get to the crossroads, I will point to the I guess the left one that seems to go more north. I'll point to that one.
Okay. So each one of these hexes at the pace you guys are traveling right now is about 30 minutes worth of time. So just keep that in mind.
Is
so
it
another-
is it like nighttime here for sure?
about now it is starting to get dark outside. Yes.
Okay.
I'm also pretty sure Innistrad is consistently dark.
Yeah, it's kind of like at this permanent overcast, like you would think of in the fall time, but this like mist that kind of like sits over, like you can't see super far out, because of this mist. But yeah, it's definitely starting to become nighttime now for sure, though.
As it gets darker, Una will do a produce flame in her hand to cast 10 feet of light around us.
Okay.
It's dim. It's a dim light, but it's something.
How does the mana feel in this world?
Actually, funny you bring it up. You kind of like as you're traveling, get a gauge on the ley lines. You can still feel them like normal, like kind of like on Ravnica, but like it's this weird like otherworldly feeling of like you can almost hear them talking to you, but you can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah, I think I probably wouldn't bring it up because he's just like studying it as he's going. But Dodwell would definitely like, not Dodwell, Blackwell would definitely kind of see him like looking around and kind of like cocking his head and a little bit like concerned as he's like kind of like looking in each direction, kind of seeing where the ley lines lie and things like that. He's confused by this.
Definitely a new sights and sounds.
He takes a couple notes of it.
The world isn't as black and white as you thought it was.
Avril never once thought the world was black and white.
Oh, you thought it was blue, red, green, white, and
I was
black.
gonna say, doesn't Avril see the world as colorblind?
Yeah, but he has my color blindness, so he sees colors. They're all just fine.
Yeah.
So about 1, 2, 3, 4. So about 2.5 hours after passing that or about an hour after passing the crossroads, it's starting to get dark. 2 hours past the crossroads, you start to make your way outside of the forest. You can see it behind you. In front of you looks like some hilly land that kind of like meanders around as far as you can see before the mist kind of blocks your view. The howling in the distance starts to dissipate, but it's replaced with this kind of like chilling wind that tickles your spine. Like it sends hairs up your spine as it kind of breezes over you. You can't help but shake this feeling that something is watching you. Probably multiple things watching you. Like it feels like no matter where you sit, lean, whatever, something's watching you.
Should we head to one of these hilltops and make camp for the night? I think I can hide our presence, at least physically.
That
You suffer exhaustion if we keep going.
It's not that late in the night yet. Probably
So
like
if it's not that late, let's keep going.
I'm fine with continuing.
I have my elk until dawn, so
Yeah, mine lasts for 12 hours.
let's go until your board goes away.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know that though, so I feel like I'll just be like riding along, have a good time, and something just be poof, I'll be whoa, just fall off of it.
okay. So as you guys get right here, something's gonna happen, but it is about time for us to call it for today.
Mhm.
So yeah, as you get right there, we'll pick up there next week.
Oh boy, cliffhanger.
Sounds like we'll actually come into something then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
This is we
done
did we got
so good staying out of trouble a whole session.
we
We'll
the fact that
say-
we did all our shopping and setup in one session and just like a 2 hour little marathon was good. That's honestly average for most groups. That was really fast.
Mhm.
I think it's mostly because we knew what we wanted.
I was say it helps that we're experienced.
We
I
actually
still feel like
we even
the shopping could have gone a lot faster,
I'm
considering what we bought.
I'm terrified of this place. I'm gonna be honest.
yeah, me too. It's
Right.
making me super cautious. Jace's warnings were have like runner is in survivor mode right now.
I'm
Yeah,
so
it's,
ready for this place just from Strahd campaign.
Right? You and I are both just like, we're ready. Let's do
We're
this. Like,
back.
Jonah's attitude is like, oh, bring it. Let's go.
I'm hoping this is going to be a
that just makes me feel more uncomfortable.
It makes me more apprehensive too because it's like, what if it's nothing like Strahd?
That's
Yeah.
hopefully not. It's going to be like 10 times scarier. It's going to be like real.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Sweet.
Let's go.
It feels like this
Strahd
place
was
is
an
less.
intro anyway,
It
so-
feels like there's like this place is less like secret devils in disguise kind of Strahd stuff and more like just blatant, overwhelming evil
All
coming at
out.
you.
Yeah, it's like an
Yeah,
all out
just
fucking just madness.
Swarms of werewolves or like a whole clan of vampires. Like no like secret person hiding in a village.
Thank y'all for
You guys
watching.
wanted to come here first.
Thank you for hanging out.
We picked the scariest place first.
I mean,
I just said trees.
none of us had a clear goal, and Nichek had a clear vision of something he wanted. So
We'll be
Yeah.
back
you know, it seems like that
in
was
in like
if
an
we were-
hour or
if we were a
so.
group of friends hanging out, and one of us really knew where they wanted to eat, then the rest of us would just go with that if we didn't have any personal feelings on it.
You guys are dope.
Go ahead and get out of here.
Yeah.
Come on back in a little bit. Take it easy.